한다면 나 홀로 너를 생각하네. 이런 기분 설명할 수 없어. 원래 이맘쯤 너와의 여행을 생각했었는데 네가 좋아하던 와인과 선물을 준비했겠지. 기뻐할 너를 상상하며. 근데 왜 이런 생각을 하면서 너를 추억만 하게 된 건지. 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 끝난 건지. 너를 기억하면 난 가슴이 아파와. 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아. 그날의 나는 내게 너무 낯설었겠지. 내 맘과 다르게 너에게 상처를 줬으니. 사랑한다는 말로도 부족했던 너에게 내가 너무 잘못한 것 같아. 너와 나의 다른 생각이 결국엔 우리를 서로 갈라서게 만들었어. 근데 왜 이런 얘기를 하게 된 건지 난 모르겠어. 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 끝난 건지. 너를 기억하면 난 가슴이 아파와. 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아. 말은 해줘야 하는데 내 마음 변하지 않았다고. 모든 게 오해야. 내 얘길 들어주길 바래. 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 끝난 건지. 너를 기억하면 난 가슴이 아파와. 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아. 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 된 건지.
What's that, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're...
Why not think about it this way?
Blast? Expedition?
Yeah! Wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast!
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey! That's not what I meant!
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony! me.
No need to worry. Aside from Starskiff performances,
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphoria's for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. With Madame Herta's help,
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Lawfu.
being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. So here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Cienjo Lafu.
What do you two think? I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan,
Kalinga Abyss.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Don't miss us too much.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. By the way, Danhung,
and just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Lawfu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know? Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Cienjo. This time, we're not being forced or enticed, or quite unusual, I must say.
I agree.
Is the Starskiff Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jing Yuan's...
Let's wait for him in front of...
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment.
Did they just call us?
Are you familiar with the Cienjo Lafu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lawfu?
Exactly. Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lawfu fighter jet. No doubt about it.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony.
You're the expert here.
Good idea.
Everyday vibe.
Thanks for the suggestion.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey, everyone! It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But, Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast.
We've only been away for a few months.
A long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danhung.
Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Luofu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. The Xianzhou Juming boasts skilled craftsmasters.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to some...
I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
We'll go with you.
Watch out for this!
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him. Borison? Why are there Borison here? This ends now. So familiar. Just for oblivion.
This! Rise, Venus! You're not going anywhere!
Naughty child. Nap time.
Lance at the ready. Free will, or was it fate on the still waters of oblivion?
Time for a shot.
Want to see what I can do? Stop this!
Familiar.
That hurt.
Destined for oblivion.
That hurt. Nap time.
No more playing nice.
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid...
Wow, we appreciate your...
Sorry, but we've been... Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let...
Oh, but this shipment isn't even...
According to the protocol?
Oh, but we didn't officially...
Looks like this argument could... Who's in charge here? I need...
It's my fault.
With the war dance approaching, according to the protocol...
Please don't blame this.
Who are you?
I'm Liu Jun, and here's what happened.
So, and I...
Honestly, it gives... You know, with all...
We'll make sure these
I see. Maybe I should get...
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March.
What are those people?
Those werewolf monsters are known as the Borisin have been... Their presence has faded over the years.
According to...
Yeah. Well, enough with the chit-chat. I'd love to chit-chat. Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword.
I doubt she did it on purpose. Perhaps she's around here somewhere.
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
How time flies.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know...
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express. All is well when you have friends coming from afar. Allow me to introduce you to General Huayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here. No
Elder Huayan is not only one of...
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Lawfu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hong, March 7th, and her. Without their help, I'm afraid the Lawfu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have...
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lawfu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance. Ready?
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other?
What a coincidence!
Oh? Now,
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven.
Your flying sword?
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope. That won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming. As for this little sword, by the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yoon Lee. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Luofu sword masters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, with all due respect, you don't honor your sword. So you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yang Qing.
Well, that's more like it.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yan Qing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding.
Such grandiose names.
Well, everyone, Elder Huai ended up. I'll find another chance to talk with you all.
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huaiyan.
All right, Yoon Lee. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yan Qing.
Yeah.
Yang Qing, once you've helped our guests get set, see if you can calm them down.
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent. Huh. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. Well, it's not exactly it's just, you know... well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I...
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the... She has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huaiyan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to, and simply...
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat! I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. No need to bother. By the way...
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it?
The war dance is just a small festival. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on! Didn't the Law Fu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Danshu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the
Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which is subdued once the spark of suspicion is kindled. The General must have had that in mind.
What was I thinking? Seriously.
Aw, I was so excited. By the way, I heard that an alchemist...
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dunn, the General is under tremendous pressure right now.
Come on. Don't... Did I say something wrong?
Miss March is right. Still, I'll do...
He looks like...
This is too much trouble. Well...
no worries. We're... Hey, who's bragging?
Well, since you're willing to help...
Can I really reason with you, Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But
That toxic voice.
You know what? This isn't my first time, but straight up snatching IPC cargo.
Just as I've said it many times already.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm keep detaining my cargo and I'll... Don't think you can possibly convince me. Huh? Why are you here? Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
They're in trouble? No, it's me. I'm the one in trouble.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikui.
As you know, then this is Mr. Scott, the
So, you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Law Fu come back.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought...
What do you mean by snatched?
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission?
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold.
Even if there are dangerous items.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days.
I understand, but we...
In most cases, we don't. However...
Biological tissue?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further...
The Alliance's regulations on
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it...
This Mr. Scott seems stuck. I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right?
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade...
Everyone, meet my old friend Scott. He's very talented, especially at imitating animals.
Stop it! Let's focus on the business at hand. What's the point in dragging up the past?
Oh, you're amazing! Can you teach me? Which animals can you imitate?
Just forget it. Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the
I've taken Herta's curios and even destroyed Runmake.
Listen up, brat. Don't think that your fancy connection to the Genius Society scares me. The IPC and those geniuses are working together. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild.
Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. Maybe you should learn the art of communication from a monkey before you continue spouting nonsense? You're pulling out all the stops, and you've even dragged members of the Intelligentsia Guild into this. Seems since we've met each other before, Mr. Scott, let me share some information. Your transport ship was attacked by the Boar.
You think you can scare me with that? What exactly do you mean?
Sure, you might purely be innocent victims of a Borisin attack. But think about it another way. We may need to interrogate every one of your crew to eliminate this potential risk.
You know what? I don't think we really need a member from the Intelligentsia Guild present. I'm just hoping that all the procedures will be thoroughly followed, you know? We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Cienjo operate, right? As an IP...
I understand that you're trying to stick to the IPC regulations, and that's commendable, Mr. Scott. But what you fail to see is that this argument is tarnishing the IPC's reputation on the Cienjo. If this conflict with the Skyfaring Commission escalates, it won't just make things difficult for your business.
Of course, I never wanted conflict with the Cienjo. Like I said... Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection.
So, Mr. Scott.
Well, IPC staff.
Yeah, you've got some insight there.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Lawfu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Juming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since...
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more... Our ship will leave in a few days once the
Your ship can leave whenever you want. According to the import and export regulation, since we can't determine if your shipment... Normally, it'll only take around 47
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of...
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time,
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career...
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right? Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
This lady is really something else. Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off. How unexpected. That was a surprise.
This is where it ends. On still waters of oblivion.
That's better.
Nice teamwork. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Heaven surge. Rise!
It's time.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the... According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC member...
I should thank you for saving my life. I thought the General's retainers were all Yeah, exactly. As for you, it
wasn't a big deal.
It's still early, so
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
I'm here to pay my respect.
The news is spreading pretty fast.
All these years, the tides come and go.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes. I grew up. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial.
Oh, really? I think that towering...
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark.
Well, once a seed is planted, in my humble opinion. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire...
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen, honestly. The Alchemy Commission is rid...
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, the Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission...
I may not know about politics.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insight. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't, just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Saint... Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's... Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence?
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides,
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world.
You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you?
Of course not.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. Now that I see you again...
Do you really expect me to believe that...
Just look at this flying sword. You know the Cloud Knight saying.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
But which general should I call?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission.
Well,
I didn't mean it in that way. I've received reports that the delves near the...
Clearing out some abominations?
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations.
Oh, you think you're the...
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going? Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest...
Lingsha.
It's for your own good, little...
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready? Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins. Be careful when you draw your swords and make...
Can we start now, Lingsha?
Awaken, dormant skin. World cleansing dragon.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! Bladed flight!
That nap time.
The strength. Heaven surge. Rise!
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
How many can you block? Strike with fire!
You've got style with those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
Time for sword play! Strike with heart! Practice is over! Swords descend!
Naughty child. Nap time.
Sense a storm. Awaken, dormant skin. World cleansing dragon.
Bladed flight! How many can you block?
That'll take more than medicine.
The strength. Heaven surge. Rise!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
I'm okay.
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart. Ow. Practice is over. Sword descent. Bladed flight.
Sense a storm.
See? I won. Your technique was all over the place, and you relied too much on
all you did was chop down a few monsters.
Oh. Well, then I'll give you a chance.
If you're trying to pick a fight, just ask, because I'm ready for you.
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dance's ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudge.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Great General. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword.
Keep it safe.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Lingsha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked.
How? Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the Seat of Divine Foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air. Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So,
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Law Fu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
but... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? I mean, when Yun Li swung that...
Mine too.
Yeah, you think so too, right?
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss Mark. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even...
Don't underestimate yourself.
I see.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skip
I
service?
don't believe in ghosts.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huaiyan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them. These three braved great
Well, I skimmed through the but despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. But I've seen enough failures in my time.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words. Always.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Sien. The Marshal is well aware of
Thanks for your kindness and
by introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. Oh, by the way. Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos.
You humor me, Elder Huaiyan.
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huaiyan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. I've been wondering, who would be worthy of such a sword? Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huaiyan.
If you want to give me a sword...
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Not to be rude or anything.
Quiet down. While you both seem confident that you'll win, we don't know who the winner will be, and it might...
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is...
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight.
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden?
Things are already complicated enough as they are.
He strikes like lightning. As for Miss March...
I appreciate your kind word. Plus, I heard that he...
That's considerate of you, March 7th.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh?
Yang Qing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yun Li will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yun Li and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March.
You're too kind. General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because... But from his point of view, since the crew's actions were mentioned, and he wants to see it for himself during the war dance.
Elder Huayan is... still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
The illustrious Merlin's claw waiting for me? And for so long, too?
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years.
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. Given my background, I'm
relieved to know that you're safe and sound. As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Lawfu explained all the details, as you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, the Lawfu preceptor, has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person.
I understand. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of unfortunately, for a long—
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yao Qing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Lawfu, that's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep? Where did Marchand...
There you are!
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you?
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. Ahem. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body. I promised General Huayan that I teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way...
I've found a quiet spot in the back guard.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss...
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you. Quickly. Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movement.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me?
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yunli?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird? So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully.
Ahem. All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
I could take 10 of you. Oh, come on! Let me fight! Please, have some tea!
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lawfu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Like this?
Well done! How many can you block? Bladed flight! Right on time. Time for swordplay. Strike with heart. Strike!
Yeah!
How many can you block?
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
This is over. Sword descent!
Awesome! With a true heart and focused mind, here I come.
Again. Right on time.
I could take 10 of you.
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart. How many can you block?
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What?
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't that... Oh, right. Check out this move. Melt. Strength Mountains. I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, her strength.
Seriously,
I could ask you the same thing.
instead of focusing on her strengths,
Skilled sword masters know how to play to...
you're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already...
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7.
Aww. Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, as for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to two Cloud Knight sword masters. One of them is Yenqing. Both masters are super strict. I tried to drag her into this. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Perhaps I might have a shot at beating both masters in the ring?
Get real. You've only been practicing for a short while. How could that possibly happen?
With your talent, Miss March, if you dedicate a few more decades to training, you might eventually be able to defeat Yun Li.
Decades? But I'll be an old lady by then. No, no.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang.
Oh, let me see.
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster.
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Zhuming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out the rumors are true. Tomorrow is the big day of the war.
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu.
Ah, got it.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
If you know nothing about...
Well, from my professional experience, it's like your sword teaching. For example, Golden.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you...
Well, it's just a metaphor.
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But seeing the way you're looking at...
Why is this guy suddenly getting all serious with kids?
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in...
No.
This is called tumble dust.
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one, increase the dose or the This thing can save lives or take them.
That may be so.
Huh. Looks like I did get...
Hey, why the insults, Olive?
Seems like you get real excited.
Picture this. Two in the throes of surviving the battle.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiao Cho.
Well. Then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest.
When I was appointed as the ringmaster, and this is how the general replied. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase...
That's quite an insightful statement, Yench. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity.
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yunli and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour. Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiao Cho?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter. The venue for...
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu. Since I was a kid, I understand that I'm not like other kids, even in the thick of battle. Facing each day, I could... But then, after that, I often ask myself, while the General could teach me the art of spit, after talking with you, Mr. Jiao Cho, as a member of the Cloud Knights, but when I wield my sword, that's why I wield my sword.
Oh, Yenqing. So young, yet so grown up.
Age doesn't really matter.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu.
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age.
You don't talk like a cook.
Need I repeat myself again?
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming since I was a kid. So, whenever I come across...
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused.
What happened, Mr. Jiao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was judging from my professional perspective. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and...
What? You're leaving already?
It's getting late, Miss Mar. By the way, Yenqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream, but he didn't even ask me.
Now that we're done with...
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You wanna...
You know, for some reason. All right. I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now I'm
doing my best, all right?
When the guns go off tomorrow. How's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection.
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer, Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh!
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Planes.
Huh? Ever hunt planes? Yeah, sure. Big Sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yanqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Planes.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the three people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something.
I knew that from the beginning.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yanqing at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something?
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission. I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll follow my lead and be careful not to blow our cover.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space.
Cut the theatrics, Grulock. Even the...
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs, weapons, supplies.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue. They...
Ugh, it's so cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? That Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the...
Don't worry, I've changed the...
Is it just me?
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skip. They keep talking about their plans.
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly. Breathe quietly. And make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! Watch out! You're on high alert!
Don't be so paranoid. What's too hard? I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Watch out! You're on high alert! What are they up to?
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others... Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revi...
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Borson?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beast!
Familiar. Just for oblivion.
Awaken, dormant scales.
Blood cleansing track.
That'll take more than medicine.
I could take 10 of you.
Still waters of oblivion.
Ready to shine. Yeah.
That hurt.
I could take 10 of you.
How is this possible? How?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borson, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borson manage to infiltrate the Cienjo?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Blue June, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lu Jun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the General of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General. That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you and get a better understanding of the facts. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. And over the years, the damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, while I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't...
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
So Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
What's wrong with doing something good? Along the way, we've helped countless worlds. Well, not literally countless, but you get the idea. The Stellaron hunters warned us that if we didn't hurry to the Xianzhou Luofu, half of its...
Your good intentions are commendable. Just like the Cloud Knight's determination to eliminate those abominations. Let's move on to the next question. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist.
I personally met Don Shu once. Her closest friend was killed during the war on the Fanghu.
Revenge is also a form of the hunt. However, that doesn't explain how she managed to bring the Stellaron into the Scale Gorge waterscape, which was guarded by the Videodora.
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead, and even her corpse has crumbled into ash. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Fantilia is one of the Heliobi, the energy life forms that once fought against the Xianzhou. They're known for their unpredictable and elusive nature.
Just as she said, when the ambrosial arbor resurrected, its roots broke.
If Elder Huai Yen accepts the explanation, so do I. Oh, it seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General?
The two nameless have been, however. The first, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking? Or the Ten Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, and as for the war dance...
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the...
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I think all just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borison are making trouble again.
And Entity?
According to the report,
That's Fantilia.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. I've always had faith in my instincts.
What's in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, and for that, I'll have to ask the two nameless to visit the shackling prison. No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the 10 Lords Commission's interrogation.
I'm okay with that.
Worried that I might go back on my word and keep you?
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests...
Oh, there's one more thing.
So, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Law Fu's shackling prison.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis.
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument.
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Zhao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started?
I'm really sorry about all this. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division.
As you wish, General.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the interrogation division also know your purpose in coming.
The shackling prison.
Don Hung.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. Well, technically, the shackling prison.
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking...
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao Chou and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance, due to his heinous acts, he has been
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence.
When it comes to visiting criminals, I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, the Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully. And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Thousands of years ago, we've...
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed. Your Honor,
What is it?
No. Never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Let's keep moving.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Glad to meet you again. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Xianzhou Luofu.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the Ten Lords. So this is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Danhong.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps.
Freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates, they look oddly familiar.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC trans. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates. Well, business first. Let's keep moving. Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Watch out!
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for
these things moving on their own? Something's wrong. The guards aren't responding. It's going wild. Just like a Borison.
Looks like we're on our own for this.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Do not fret. Heaven, sir. Rise!
Abnormal.
Another journey begins.
I sense a storm.
It's time.
Damage sustained.
Awaken, dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Naughty child. That's better. Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Heaven, sir.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols.
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly...
If these things already started taking action, and to make things worse, and the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free, it will be a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu. Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in the solitude. I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look. The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve behind this door is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed. Because this...
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, could you be the key to a cure for the General, Hule?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. You can call me Mock Talk.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level! Send reinforcements!
Nobody will hear you here, at the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Moza.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the shackling prison, we found soldiers availing us everywhere.
Desperate for oblivion.
Time for a shot. Next time.
The strength. I suggest you surrender now. Of course. I'll still kill you. But I promise it'll be swift.
That hurts. That's half the work.
That's better.
Do not fret.
I like adding fuel to the fucking.
Naughty child.
How about letting the engine?
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can, Moza.
I weep for them.
It's not time yet.
It is my fault.
It's better to make. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before closing? Back.
worry, it's just a scrape. Again? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Guard the gates! They can't be allowed in!
Been a long time, boy. Welcome back.
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp, tell me your name.
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. It's been at least 7 centuries.
7 centuries?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me.
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. So the rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws!
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisin. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives, if it means setting you free.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan.
Well then, my lord, we should leave now.
Before we go, give me one of those magic pills.
My lord, you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast? That would be a disgrace to your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, I'll need a disguise that won't raise any suspicion.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No. He's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage. Take him, guys! Time to move out!
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for back.
Let's preserve our strength and first take...
Just a short time ago,
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
we gathered all the prison guards who can still fight. And we'll
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed. But Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the
By decree of the Ten Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
유난히도 캄캄한 밤에 나 홀로 너를 생각하네. 이런 기분 설명할 수 없어. 원래 이맘쯤 너와의 여행을 생각했었는데 네가 좋아하던 와인과 선물을 준비했겠지. 기뻐할 너를 상상하며 근데 왜 이런 생각을 하면서 너를 추억만 하게 된 건지 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 끝난 건지 너를 기억하면 난 가슴이 아파와 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아. 그날의 나는 내게 너무 낯설었겠지. 내 맘과 다르게 너에게 상처를 줬으니 사랑한다는 말로도 부족했던 너에게 내가 너무 잘못한 것 같아. 너와 나의 다른 생각이 결국엔 우리를 서로 갈라서게 만들었어. 근데 왜 이런 얘기를 하게 된 건지 난 모르겠어. 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 끝난 건지 너를 기억하면 난 가슴이 아파와 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아. 말은 해줘야 하는데 내 마음 변하지 않았다고. 모든 게 오해야 내 얘길 들어주길